You want to know how to end the podcast? Well, we do. So why don't you take it from us? Bum, 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 bum.
Okay.
Sad music, yeah, sad vibes. Because as you can see in the title of this episode, unfortunately, we are saying goodbye. It's been a good run, and I think going forward, we have a lot to learn. We have a
Yeah.
lot to learn from this podcast, but we have our reasons for saying goodbye. One of them being, unfortunately, Charlotte is traveling overseas for exchange,
Yeah.
so therefore we can't keep up with the long distance filming. Yeah.
It's
Okay.
pretty much a LDR.
Yeah.
that
Pretty
sort of
much.
vibes. So all of us, our editor is also overseas on exchange. I'm going overseas for exchange as well, and then Luke will be going sometime soon. So it's just all different timings, and obviously distance is a big factor because when you do a podcast, obviously you'd love to have everybody there with you. So all three of us are globe trotting, setting off around the globe, going off around the world. So it's a bit hard. It's a bit hard to do that, and I don't think we wanted to just do it on Zoom or something. We thought that wouldn't be as authentic, and we thought it just wouldn't be as fun. Yeah, than just our weekly sessions where we come in, we film, and we have a good time. Each week. So that's why we are kind of taking a bit of a pause for now. And yeah, that's kind of where we come for this video, which is so crazy. It feels like an apology video,
Yeah.
but we're not apologizing.
Oh, no. Okay. So we are going. No
Yes,
sorry.
no
yeah,
sorry. Like, girl, I'm gonna live my life. So, I hope you guys live your lives too. That's the whole point.
As you should.
Of this podcast, which I think it's a good time also for us to just check in and like reflect on what we've done or like how the journey has been so far for both of us.
And speaking of which, we've done quite a bit. We've done really quite a bit. This is at the time of filming, we already have 32 videos out. This video will be the 37th, if all goes to plan. And over the course of the 32 videos that we have done up to this point, we've garnered a lot of views. All of you are amazing in watching. Love you all. And the books episode, I think, was the highest grossing viewing at 1.6k views when you popped off with all your book knowledge.
See, y'all book nerds. I got you.
I don't. So that was like 1.6k views. The couple fights episode with your cheesecake story,
good, yes.
that was 400 views. Guess 400 of you related to it.
The anger issues are building.
The angst, we love it. We love a hater. And then other episodes along the way, we've had a lot of fun. I think the Devil Wears Uniqlo episode, really like the thumbnail on that one.
So what's been your favorite episode to like film so far?
What's been my favorite episode?
I know what yours is. As in, I have a guess.
Ooh, okay.
Ready?
Three,
We say
two,
together,
3, 2, 1.
yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Extreme limit testing. Yeah, he loved that episode. Like like heart eyes, loved sparkle, everything.
Love how wild that episode was.
Right.
I love the fact that our editor, our producer, was roped into the episode as well. I like just how fun it was to film that episode. And I think that other episodes along the way, we've had a lot of scripts, we had a lot of prompts prepared beforehand.
Yeah.
But going into that one, it was like something completely new and something super fun.
Yeah,
So the
yeah.
fact that it carried across on video well, that I started speaking faster, like you guys see a lot of the editor, but unfortunately we have to look at the raw footage,
Yeah.
and it's just so cringe to see myself take so long to form a sentence. But I think in that one, for me personally, I could rattle off like completely unhinged, completely free,
Yeah.
and that was a very freeing feeling to feel.
Okay,
But what about you?
Honestly, I would also say, I mean, I really liked that episode too. Just the vibes were there. And I always like it when we do more fun, like impromptu stuff. I think we have covered a range of topics. And I think towards the tail end, a lot of it was to do with like family and like couples. So things about basically relationship centric. So I don't have a particular episode that I liked, like really, really liked. I think they all have their good points. But I think I always enjoy the ones where we get to hear a bit of like a dilemma. Like we did like a whole ranking couple activities or
Yes,
something like
yes,
that.
yes.
I think that was also pretty fun. Like just to see like from your perspective versus my perspective, the shit that goes down, like what's going on in your head and what's going on in mine. It's kind of like it's so funny because sometimes we like align, sometimes we're
Yes,
like, what
yes.
the heck? Like you can't think that
You
way.
think that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So I think like stuff like that is always super fun too. I mean, that's the whole point of this podcast, right? It's just two friends sitting down, yapping, and trying to figure out life around them. And
Real?
did we
Yeah.
figure out life? Well,
But we definitely did get different perspectives.
yeah,
'Cause,
yeah. So at least having the different stories, different sides, different perspectives, or just another opinion or so, it just added to the discussion, which I think for most of it helped the situation or whatever we thought so far. So yeah, I think that was kind of my favorite sort of episodes. Yeah.
Then what would you say is, like, give us one thing that you've learned from this entire experience?
I think just doing the whole entire podcast itself. Like I've always wanted to do it, and I've done something similar in the past, but it's like completely different context, right? Like what I did was for school, and it was a very much a like there was a specific audience already there, etc. So you already know what you're doing. But this is like a full on, just throw you out into the ocean and try your best. So yeah, filming is one thing. I think editing and then pulling it all together and then doing that consistently across the weeks, just having that project like an actual passion project that you are committed to, not just like you say you're committed to and then you're just like, I'll just do it whenever. It's like, no, we did this like every single week.
We actually did this.
Correct. It's
Yeah.
like literally on my schedule, recurring event.
Yeah.
Like that's what I mean. It's like every week you carve out time to do this and you put in effort and then seeing that come to life. I guess my takeaway or what I learned is just how to do that whole entire process and actually bring it to fruition for somewhat of an extended period of time. Yeah. Cut short now, but like it's okay. Somewhat extended. Yeah. Okay. Then what about you?
I feel like I have the same like answer, but maybe
Jeez, too bad, guys. This is it.
no variation. We're running out of creative juice. I think it's time to say goodbye.
Shucks.
No, but for me, I think what was eye-opening for me was how many things that we could bring to the podcast, how many value-adding things we could bring to the podcast. How do we increase the reach? How do we make it as good of a podcast as it can be? And I think to actually embark on the project and start doing up all the collaterals, the reels, the shorts, the video editing itself, all these were good skills for me to learn that I would have not otherwise learned if not for this podcast.
Yeah, for sure.
Like I'm not gonna start. Unfortunately, I'm not the kind to start making reels out of nothing. To start going out, start vlogging, and then after that creating reels from there.
Okay.
So this podcast helped open up my eyes to that realm, and it's just a good skill to have. And I think over the episodes, it was always a case of how do I make a video better? What video content should I put out there for us to film so that it's fun for us, but also for you guys? What is value adding to you? And I think we've covered such a variety of topics that it was heartening to see who enjoyed it, how many people enjoyed it, and how fun it was to make, and more importantly, how difficult it was to churn out content. Yeah, so
content creation.
creation, yeah.
Is it in the pipelines for you in the future?
Oh,
now that you've dabbled in it, yeah.
I think it would be. Yeah,
Okay.
I really enjoy the idea of podcasting, of interviewing, of just like talking on a camera. I think both of us are quite comfortable with that, and because we have no qualms in it, therefore it comes across really well. And like it's heartening to look back now to see my growth from like episode 1 of like the fuck is Tifu, and us going with no mics all the way up
that's
to
true.
this point, which is fully mic'd up, yay! And
We improved, guys.
and just seeing the growth, like how we carry out the questions, how we bounce off each other, the angles of it all, the lighting, the sound, all of that now floods my brain every time I switch on the camera.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think with this newfound skill set going forward, it's translatable. I can go out, start vlogging, and then have an idea of what angles I want, what does sound look like, what's the vision I want to have for my video, content creation wise. So yeah, well, a lot of the technical aspects
Yeah.
that I never thought I would have seen, because I went into this podcast thinking that like, oh, okay, it's just going to be me talking to a close friend of mine,
Yeah.
and then hopefully our yapping, entices people out there to come and watch, entertains. But I didn't expect to learn all the technical aspects that came with it. I'm glad I did, and now I walk away like
Period. Yeah.
better person.
Yay!
Yay!
All about learning out here.
Yay!
Okay. So clearly we've taken stuff away from this podcast, and I
Yeah.
think obviously as we reflected on our past, it's been a ride. That's for sure. I mean, we started this maybe like definitely the earlier half of the year.
We started in like February, I think.
Like March
Yeah.
about there, late Feb, March. So now it's like close to
7
November,
months, yeah.
December.
8 months.
When you think about it, like to us it doesn't, or at least for me, it doesn't seem like we've done a lot. If that makes sense, because it's like just a recurring thing, and it's like okay, like I keep doing it. When you take a step back, it's like oh shit, like I actually committed to something. Like okay, commitment issues, say no more.
Yay! 2023 goal fulfilled.
Correct. So, okay, but let's turn, I guess, towards the future. Then, what's gonna happen next?
So we've discussed about this,
Yeah.
and we find that the best course of action, at least for the next year, as what Charlotte mentioned earlier, because we are both traveling, or rather, she's traveling first for 6 months, and I'm traveling for not the other 6 months. Because we're going to be gone for a year, I think it will be good for us to revisit how we want to, what kind of content we want to bring to you guys, how we envision Tifu to be in the future, like what's going to be in store. Are we going to take a more niche front, or are we going to stay general? What do you guys like? What do you guys not like? I think it's good for us to revisit the analytics on that and to see just what you guys would want to see from us and what value we can bring to you guys. So by having a year off, it gives us that time, that freedom to go and look at all these statistics and come back to you, hopefully after next year, with fresher content, with more exciting content, and maybe even a whole different setting or different visual or vision carried out. So that's what I think is gonna happen. Did I miss anything out?
Nope, I think you covered all bases. Period.
Oh my God, growth. Okay, but I do think it will be an exciting time ahead if you guys stay with us. We thank you so much. For those of you who have stayed with us, we thank you too. For those of you who just joined us, hey, go see our first episode. The fuck is Tifu? And you wonder the fuck are they doing? And then you'll see the progression of the last 37 episodes up to this point. There have also been talks about potentially going solo. That's also in the pipeline. We might take it to vlogging in overseas. Would you like to see Charlotte conquer out of Asia, and then after that we'd like to see me conquer out of Asia too, because we want to get the fuck out. Yay! Yeah.
It'll be a new experience for both of us.
Yeah.
And I think somewhat of a new chapter as well in both of our lives. So I think we also didn't want to put any pressure on us put any pressure on us to create just to keep creating content for the sake of content as well. And also like what Luke said, just to come back and give you guys like a different perspective, bigger, bolder, better. So hopefully
The new slogan.
Yeah.
BBB.
Correct.
No longer TIFU.
Yeah. No, which is why we're not putting any restrictions on content or anything. It's a bit more free flow now. Maybe you'll see stuff pop up on your feed again next year. Who knows? Or maybe it will be dead silent until literally 2026, and that's fine too.
Stay tuned to find out.
Yeah. Just keep refreshing our page.
Yeah, every
month,
Monday,
yeah.
every Monday 7 p.m. Every Wednesday 7 p.m.
Yeah. Just surprise! You never know. No, but
Next thing I see in the comments, guys, mom, Tifu just released an episode.
But that's why we didn't want to. I mean, we just thought it'd be nice to make this video just to tell you guys where we're at. We don't just disappear off the face of the world, and to also kind of just. I mean, hopefully this video for some of you guys will also be able to relate, like starting on a new chapter of your lives. It may not be traveling, but just, pivoting towards something new, and sometimes you just need to focus on that. And then hopefully #growth, #lifelong learning, all of that will come along as well. But yeah, that's I guess what we look for in terms of the future. as well. So the moral of the story is we're leaving for
Bye.
good reasons. Yeah.
TLDR. Bye.
Yeah, no, quite literally. We're leaving. Welcome to the finale episode. We are both we're both trying new things. We're both charting new territories and starting new chapters in our lives. And we have decided that just for that purpose, we'd also like to revisit also what Tifu is really all about. So all of that combined, we're taking a break for a year. It's been great so far.
It's really been super great. Thank you all so
Love you
much.
guys,
Thank you all
yeah.
so much for subscribing to our 90 subscribers. Hopefully at this point, at the time of filming, it's 90 subscribers. Hopefully by the time we come out with this finale video, we've hit 100. Yeah. 100! But yeah, so nonetheless, we thank each and every one of you for subscribing, for sharing with your friends, for viewing, for liking, for commenting. Thank you so much. Love you all.
Yeah. Thanks for also like supporting us throughout. Like, you know, some people have been here from day one. Some people have maybe joined 1-2 videos ago. But either way, just the fact that you watched our content, I think it's kind of surreal because to us it's just literally us sitting in this like
in
living
my
room.
house. This is my living room. That's my mother's painting.
Period.
Yeah.
Shout out to Mama Pang. Like,
Yeah.
you did the best.
Thank you, mother.
You are the artist.
You're the sole visual for this background.
But I mean, yeah, no, like it's crazy to see, like, you know, for us it's just literally two of us sitting here talking to like a stupid like camera.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like, what are we doing? Crazy, right?
Yeah.
But to know that there are people on the other side of the screen watching it's kind of surreal when you think about it. So we really couldn't thank you guys enough. We're very grateful that you guys actually tune in and actually listen to what we're yapping about, and you know and also just come along this whole entire journey with us. Yeah.
And for those of us, for those of you who have seen the reels, seen the shorts, seen our IG posts, IG stories, liking them, sharing them, reacting to them, thank you so much. It brings us so much joy to see every single reaction that comes in, to see all the different scales, you know, like, how much have you changed up to this point? And then after that, you see the meter actually moving. You're like, yes!
Like, wow, people are actually like, they see it.
They react.
I feel seen and heard.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, real.
So,
And thank you guys so much for checking us out. If you like to, for those of you who are new to this, and the first video you're watching of Tifu is this goodbye episode, we release a video we've been releasing a video every Wednesday 7 p.m.
Yeah.
We've been releasing stories and like our reels, our shorts as well every Monday 7 p.m. too. Our IG posts, they go out every Wednesday 7 p.m. too. They won't anymore, at least for the next year. But if you'd like to check us all out, we're on those mediums. We were also on Spotify, where we release an episode every Wednesday, 7 p.m. too. If you'd like to check that out, please do.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think any last words to our viewers? To say goodbye, to say
That's a
toodaloo.
tough one. I'm like, you know what? Type shit. Let's go. Like,
Yeah.
I hope you guys have a good time for the next year or so. Thank you all for joining us. We love y'all. Couldn't ask for better people to be with. And period. Slay. Hope you guys keep slaying. See y'all soon.
At the time of filming also, Merry Christmas.
Oh, yes.
Please enjoy your Christmas
Break,
week.
yeah.
Happy New Year's in advance.
Happy holidays. Everybody enjoy your holidays. Please rest. Please. I hope if you do New Year resolutions that you have, you know, good resolutions that you do stick to. If you don't, period. It's okay, me too. I hope you have a good year ahead as well. Anyway.
Charlotte will be stressing about like what to bring to overseas,
Yeah,
you know, what to
period.
pack in and all that stresses. But I think that's all we have for you guys today. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts. We love each and every single one of you, and we hope to see you guys around. And also, we hope that you guys can always take it from us. Bye!
Bye. That's kind of nostalgic.
So cute.
That was kind of a nostalgic one, huh?